Hey everybody, Sarah here. So happy end of 2023. You guys are amazing. You guys have made this year so great for this channel, and I want to say I appreciate you so much for that. Today we are going to be doing the final list of all the corn snake prices from this year. If you'd like to see the other ones, I will put the link above so that you guys can go and check out all the old videos and also compare this year to previous years if you'd like to do that. Before we jump in, I just want to thank all the members on this channel specifically. You guys are amazing. You guys have really come through for me this year, and I really appreciate it. And because of the overwhelming amount of people who wanted a Discord, I will be doing that Discord server in 2024, probably pretty early on. It will be probably around a $10 tier. So if anybody is wanting to be in a Discord server with me where we talk about snakes, we can share photos of snakes, we can talk about video ideas, we can maybe even game together, whatever. If you are interested in doing that, that will be coming up soon. So if you would like to join, you can click join under any video to do that. Also, a quick thank you to Reptilinks for helping to support this channel. If you'd like to get some amazing food for your snakes and get a discount in the process, you can use my code SarahSnake27 at checkout at Reptilinks.com. Also, remember, I have a website where I sell corn snakes and corn snake accessories. That is SarahSnakeshop.com. I have a bunch of merch on my actual website, and then a lot of the snake sales have been moved to Morph Market. So if you'd like to see my Morph Market or any of the things that I've mentioned, I will put links down below for everything. All right, now I'm going to be getting into the different prices. So once again, I have organized these by price point and not by morph this year. I know the last few years I did it one morph at a time, but it's just a lot easier to present to you guys when it's categorized by price. By the way, these are only baby prices, and they are only prices within the United States. So if you are outside the United States or you're looking at snakes that are different ages, these prices might be different. So today we are doing requests from you guys. I've gotten a few requests in the comments here and there, and I'm going to put all of those in this video, as well as things that have 3 gene combos or more. I'm mainly focusing on the 3 gene combos, but the requests that you guys gave me will also be in here. We're starting out with the between $100 and $130 morphs. That is going to be the pink motley, which if you're wondering, that is dilute, amel, and motley. The blue motley is also in here. That was one that someone else asked me to cover, but I didn't get a photo of it for this because I'd already made this by the time that that was requested. Hypo Blood Red is also in this category, as well as Snow Motley and Ghost Tessera. These were all very common morphs within this price range. It's actually pretty nice, in my opinion. You can get a nice different variety once you start hitting the $100 to $130 range. Between $135 and $150, we had quite a lot of different morphs. We had Plasma, which is diffused and lavender, as well as usually mask. Coral Snow, Gold Dust, which I have a Gold Dust Motley up there. Gold Dust Motley, adding Motley didn't really change the price point too much, so Gold Dust and Gold Dust Motley are both in this category, as well as Tessera Snow, Ultra Melt Tessera, and Blood Red Lava. Very interesting to me that Blood Red Lava is in this category because it seems like it should go for more than that. Blood reds in general tend to go for a little bit more, so do lavas, but this year lavas just in general weren't doing quite as well, I noticed. The next price point is our $155 to $185 morphs, and in here we have Coral Ghost, which is interesting to me that it was in a higher price point on average than Coral Snow, but that just happens sometimes. They kind of go back and forth. We have our Halo and Green Blotched Snows, and we also have a General Blood Red, and this Blood Red being the actual diffused, mask, and red factor combination. So again, we see it's really interesting that some blood red combos were selling cheaper than just a regular blood red this year, and that's not something I think I've seen really. The next price point we have is a little bit of a jump between $225 and $275, and that's where your mandarins and your pied blood reds are gonna be. Pied blood always goes for a little bit more than your average blood red, and anything with castagna does also typically do pretty well, so I'm not at all surprised that these were selling for the slightly higher prices. Now the next section is going to be the more higher end morphs. A lot of people were asking, like, I just want to know what higher end morphs we're going for. Like, I don't necessarily care what morphs we're talking about exactly, like, but what were the higher end price points. Between the $700 and $800 average range, which again, I know it's a jump, was the any sort of Palmetto plus two. So I have Opal Palmetto as the example here, but pretty much anything that was Palmetto plus at least two other things. I believe Ultramel Palmetto was in this category as well as some others. Those always went for $700 and $800 on average, as well as anything that was scaleless plus two or more as well. So anything that was Palmetto plus two or scaleless plus two or more kind of ended up in this $700 to $800 range, which makes total sense because scaleless and Palmetto are still the two like most expensive single mutations that we have. So the fact that the combinations would go for way more makes complete sense to me. The next section of expensive morphs that we have are between $1,000 and $1,300 morphs, and this was going to be anything that was micro scale or combination of micro scale. So I saw some micro scale stripe, micro scale motley, micro scale AML, but I also saw some micro scale lists in this section as well. So any micro scale, scaleless combos plus anything else were also going to be in here, as well as anything that was pied-sided blood red plus a couple of more things as well. So we talked about how pied-sided in general sells for a lot of money. The example I have is a pied-sided gold dust, and so pretty much anything that was pied-sided blood red plus a couple of other things also ended up in this between 1,000 and 1,300 mark. And of course, as probably anyone could have imagined, the most expensive corn snakes this year, which were selling for between $3,500 and $4,000, were any scaleless Palmetto combos. I have a couple of examples in here, but pretty much every scaleless Palmetto combo that I saw was selling for at least $3,500 and sometimes even more than $4,000. Again, $4,000, between $3,500 and $4,000 is the average. So some of them were selling for a bit more than that. A couple were selling for maybe a little bit less, but this was definitely the average range for anything that was scaleless Palmetto combo this year. And that concludes all of the morphs that I'm going to be talking about the prices of this year. I hope that you guys really enjoy this series. It seems like a lot of people really love to tune in for this at the end of the year, and I really like making these videos. They're really fun. It's really fun to do the research. I do the research throughout the whole year. I hope you all have a wonderful new year and have had a wonderful Christmas time holiday, and I will see you guys in the new year. I don't really know what's coming up for this new year, other than I'm just going to keep doing more of what I love. And if you guys have anything specific that you're interested in, like, oh, I would like a morph deep dive on this morph, or I would like to show off more of your snakes, or whatever, just let me know in the comments, and I will be making whatever you guys want, and also whatever brings me joy as well. And I hope that you guys have a joyous new year. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in a new video soon. Hey, so, if you were planning on getting in that Discord, it might be ready by now. Just saying, I might have submitted it a little early for anyone who, is interested in that. You, may want to check the join video just to see if it's there. Happy holidays.